Hey everyone, welcome back to the second video of my channel. Today I decided to talk about the importance of having a studies GPS, what it means, and my currently Korean language GPS that I'm following. The meaning of GPS is Global Positioning System, or in Portuguese, Sistema de Posicionamento Global, that basically it's a navigation system where you can get information about the geographic location any time of the day. I use the GPS meaning in my language studies as a comparison to the fact that you need to have a base source of studies so you don't feel lost or spend a lot of time looking for the next things that you have to study. Your study GPS can be a book, an app, a course, a playlist of videos on YouTube. You decide. This source of information will be your daily study guide and will ensure that you make progress constantly. For example, for my German language studies, I use Duolingo as my GPS. So, it doesn't matter what kind of activities I'll have during my day to study German, one thing I'm sure, I'll do Duolingo lessons and I'll be learning something new. When I started to study Korean, I also was using Duolingo as my GPS, but after some time I started to feel stuck and not getting things very well, especially because Duolingo can be very superficial sometimes and you don't find all the answers, so I decided to change it. The first thing I did was a research. I looked for apps, websites, books, videos, and at the end I found the website howtostudykorean.com and I decided for this one. On this site, you'll find 7 units with 158 lessons in total about the Korean language. The lessons are available in many languages including Portuguese and all for free. Oh, let me remember that having a GPS doesn't mean that you won't need anything else. Don't forget that you have to practice all the language skills: reading, speaking, writing, and listening. The second thing I did was to create a study tracker on my notebook because I feel way more motivated when I see clearly my progress and what I have to do next. As you could see before, first of all, I wrote on a paper how many lessons my GPS will offer me and also how many tests. I did this to visualize how I would have to write this as a study tracker. Then I started to write everything down in my official notebook and I basically created 7 lines corresponding to the 7 units, and next to it I wrote the number of the lessons that were in each of them. 6 units have 25 lessons plus 1 test, and the last unit has only 8 lessons and no tests. After that, I also wrote a section for reviews and put 4 reviews for each unit because they are very long. I also wrote the title of my study tracker, and by the way, I missed a letter of the most basic word, which is Korean. But then I fixed it, I swear. And yeah, basically after I study, I intend to highlight with the same highlighter the number corresponding to each lesson. And to finish my study tracker, I wrote a very meaningful sentence for me, which is small steps make a huge progress. Or in Portuguese, pequenos passos fazem grandes progressos. And after I finished my planning, I started the first lesson, which was very basic and with some things I already knew, but I decided to do it anyway because I didn't want to mess up the sequence of information that the site offers. So yeah, that was me planning my next steps for Korean language, and I want to go deeper into the language, and I knew that I need organization to make this happen. So let me remember that GPS is just one of the activities of my study routine because I also do something specific for all learning skills. And I really hope that you enjoyed the video and that it can motivate you to organize or to change your study strategy if it's not working anymore. And don't forget, learning a new language is a unique journey for everyone. So I see you in the next video.